why I don't think Halo is dead. We've seen why I think Halo is dead. Now let's watch why I don't think Halo is dead. It's only 5 minutes, so let's see what he...
Hey everyone, I'm a frog. Ever since I started this channel a few months ago, I've seen the sentiment floating around that Halo is dead. Now, this matters a lot to me because if I'm running a channel on a franchise that's dead, then I probably need to switch to a different series for more money. I mean, for other reasons, not money, for totally different reasons. I ran a poll on my channel asking, is the Halo franchise dead? And it was really close, but over half of the votes said, yeah, Halo is dead. And I understand it. Infinite's population is nowhere near what Halo used to get. Halo 3 back in 2007 would get...
Oh my god, bro. Look at that. That's insane. 1,080,888 gamers online. Jeez.
Over 1 million players at once. And that's not a new trend either. Halo peaked with 3 and has been trending down since Reach. So there's no denying that Halo isn't as big as it used to be. Halo used to dominate the FPS market. Other companies would put out Halo killers. It was the franchise, and now it's not. You combine this with a TV show most people hated and 343's games each being fairly polarizing, not to mention layoffs of 343, and I see how you could call the franchise dead. But being the ever-optimistic person that I am, except when I'm speedrunning, I decided to give you all a dose of copium with my reasons for optimism and why I think, no, Halo isn't dead. There's a subset of people who, upon hearing me say that, their first instinct is, oh, you're a 343 shill. But I'd encourage you to look at my channel and see that it's almost entirely about Bungie's Halo games. Because, I prefer the old games, and I'm not a very big fan of the new games. Obviously, if you are a fan of the 343 games and Infinite, I don't see...
I've watched a ton of his videos. I love watching his videos, actually.
How you could say Halo is dead. It has a player base, and it is still getting updates and new content, which from what I've seen is being positively received. Is it the biggest franchise in the world? No, but no one's reign lasts forever. I think those expectations would be unrealistic. People's tastes change over time. Remember the 80s when everyone's hair looked like this?
Yeah, people's tastes change over time, but also they changed the formula completely. Right? Like they had classic Coke. And they sold billions of cans of classic Coke. And then their company got bought, and the company that bought them said, we're going to turn it into... we're going to turn it into some orange soda. It's still soda, guys. It's good. You like soda. We're going to change it to some orange soda. It's not that people's taste changed. It's that you screwed up the formula, dude. That's what happened.
Now the big...
Let's be very, very clear. They had classic Coke, and they abandoned the recipe. Period.
Thing is broccoli hair. The same thing is true of video games or anything else. Trends come and go. Goofy sci-fi shooters were a thing in the 2000s with...
No, but it wasn't goofy, dude.
Halo, then modern military shooters became the big thing. Then it was futuristic, fast-paced shooters. Now it's all about battle royales. You have to understand, not everyone who played Halo is part of the Halo community. For a lot of people, they weren't invested in Halo, where years after they played them, they watch videos about it like this. A lot of Halo's player base from 2007 played it because it was the big thing. And when other new big things came along, like Call of Duty, they moved to those.
That's fair.
That's an analogy. It's like people who hear Taylor Swift on the radio and think that's a good song and leave it at that, versus people who go out and listen to her albums and really dig in. One person's just consuming whatever's put in front of them by the radio station. The other one is really in. Throughout the years, Halo started adding trendy elements of the games,
but here's the thing. Because I've had countless conversations with people who who would fall under that category, who all they ever did was play Halo. And then basically once like Reach hit, like Halo 3, once Halo 3's cycle was over, they tried the next one and they stopped. So it wasn't like, yeah, I'm sure there were some casuals and they just moved on to the next thing, but like 1 million people online. You don't get an Xbox, buy the game, play online. Like, everyone I've talked to was not like... I'm pretty sure I could say this. Every single person I've talked to about Halo, whenever they're, like, reminiscing, and they haven't played for, 15 years or whatever, they always say, dude, oh, yeah, we played that game all the time. Every weekend we would hang out with our buddies and we would all play together. So it wasn't just like a casual thing.
The old fans weren't really happy with him, and they failed to bring in new players. You saw the population decrease as more and more
Yeah, they should have never added the COD crap. Is correct.
competition came in and started pulling people away.
I like
Before
that
you
gun.
knew it, Halo's time in the spotlight was over. What am I saying with all this? The fact that Halo is no longer the top dog, I don't think means it's dead. It's just
No, of
missing in
course not.
action. I'm sure that at least half of you had to have seen that joke coming at some point. Halo doesn't have the outer layer of players playing it just because it's the big thing anymore, but do you know what's still alive and still thriving? The community. The first game came out 22 years ago, and yet there's still an active community of people who love these games and are keeping them
Well, we're alive. Thriving is a stretch, my friend.
alive. Look at stuff like the Crash Site mod that just came out on MCC. It's a campaign level originally from 1999. The modders made completely
gotta play that.
playable. There's a CE Firefight mod. There's a mod that makes it so every enemy and ally in the game is a Spartan. There's a mod that lets you play the campaign as an elite. Another one that gives it Halo 3 ODST
We gotta play
graphics.
through
Or
all
how
these,
about a
John.
mod that makes it so the flood appear from the first level on. And that's just a few for Halo CE. Don't even get me started on the other games. The mod community is alive and well, which if the franchise was truly dead, it wouldn't be. How about Machinima? I made a video a while back called What Happened to Halo Machinima, and yeah, it's not what it used to be, but there's still a lot of Halo Machinima being put out, even in 2023.
The loadouts were the beginning of the end. It's way easier to pick up and play a game when everyone starts on even playing field. Yeah, 100%. Like look at Halo 1, right? When it was, that's why like our dads and parents could get involved and play with us, because like, yeah, we all start with the same weapon. Like, oh, we all start with the same 2 grenades. Like, oh, that's easy. The moment you, in front of a casual player, you put down in front of them, like, okay, you gotta select your character, like making your characters taxing enough for a casual, but then, oh, you gotta select your loadout. So pick your first gun, your second gun, your whatever tactical thing you want, and also whatever blah, blah, blah you want. And then also, what kind of power up do you want? It's like, dude, that's a lot.
There's one new machinima called Crash with 120,000
But also, it's just not the core Halo identity. It's just not what the game was built around.
views on their first episode, where all the comments are about how it takes them back to 2007. And that's just one. Do a YouTube search for new Halo machinima and you'll find a lot more. How about speedrunning? It's something I do, and you may not know, something a lot of people do. Did you know that over the past 5 years, the Combat Evolved Legendary record has
still can't get that, dude. I tried that for so long.
been cut by 10 minutes. It's gone from 113 to 103.
Halo
and
speedrunning
this
is
a 22-year-old game. If you go back to
goated.
2014 when Halo runs first started, the very first CE record on that site was over an hour and 44 minutes. You'd think the speedruns would be maxed out at this point,
I could
but
do
there's
this,
new
though.
Halo records being set pretty much every day. A Halo 2 runner named Zoo broke the legendary full game world record on the 10th, and then on the 15th he went ahead and broke it again. How about YouTube? There are Halo channels all over the place, and obviously not everyone is huge, but you look at guys like Hidden Xperia, Midblitz, Ubernick, Halo Follower, they get hundreds of thousands or millions of views a month talking about and playing Halo. Even stuff that's negative about modern Halo, like Crobcat's video Remember Halo. The opposite of love isn't hate, it's indifference. The fact that negative content about Halo also does well, to me, is also a clear sign that there's still a community of people who care.
True.
The Master Chief Collection, as terrible as the launch was, really is the best thing to ever happen to Halo. Imagine telling an Xbox player in 2010, after the Halo 2 servers were shut down, that in just a few years' time they'd be able to play Halo 2 multiplayer again. When the servers were shut down, I know I thought I'd never get to play it again, but because of MCC, we can. If not for MCC, I think there's a chance that, yeah, Halo would be dead by now. Because if the new games were all you're able to play online, and a lot of the old fan base dislikes them, yeah.
Look, as much as I despise MCC and the problems it has, this is a fair point, I think. At least, if nothing else, for the campaigns and to play through those stories. But yeah, that would be brutal. I would literally have an original Xbox hooked up at all times.
Yeah, that's a recipe for a dead franchise. But with the MCC, the entire Halo franchise is more accessible than ever, and you can play all the old Bungie games, including their matchmaking and online custom games. There's nothing stopping you. That's what I do on this channel. And if you like the new games like Infinite, you can play those. So what am I saying with all this? Is Halo Infinite, the newest Halo game, not as popular as games in the past? Undeniably so. But I don't think that makes the franchise dead. As long as Halo has a community that cares, even if not about the new games but just the old games, I don't think you can call it dead. But if you have a doomer mindset and still think Halo is dead, it's over, fine. But for me, I'll stick to just playing the games I love and not playing the ones I don't, instead of getting angry over entertainment media. Take a breath, touch grass, and I'll catch you next time.
You're the man, Frog. I like his videos, man. I love his speedrunning videos. Like, I'll just watch him. He has, like, ones where he's like, I beat, you know, Assault on the Control Room in under, like, 5 minutes or something. I'm like, no way. I love watching him. Sweet vid. Love it.